Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be reviewing The Art of Star Wars: The High Republic. If you've never got one of these Art of Star Wars books before, they're really amazing. This is actually only the second one I've got. I also got The Art of The Force Awakens. I would love to get more. They are very expensive, but they are really cool looks at the artistic inspirations and origin about a lot of these characters, ships, settings, costumes, etc. that become iconic in various Star Wars stories. And it really also gives you a good idea of how this story develops. You kind of look at, they talk about like, we initially was maybe looking at it this way and we kind of went that way. So that's why the look of the character changed from this drawing to this drawing. So it's a very cool background about how the story develops, the artistic inspiration, and some amazing Star Wars artwork. When I found out there was a book for this for the High Republic, I was very interested because obviously I've been a big fan, I should say, of the High Republic series so far. For any viewers of the channel know, I've absolutely loved the series. But since so far, the series has pretty much been on the page in books. We do have some comics and stuff like that, but this series hasn't had a TV show yet or a movie yet. So I was kind of very interested to kind of see some of the character artwork that maybe so far I've only seen on like the covers of books, for example. And I'm really glad I got a chance to enjoy this book. First off, I'll say if you're a fan of the High Republic series, I highly recommend this. I think you'll find it very interesting to see the different concepts, inspirations they were looking at, the various characters who become now fan favorites in this series, and the different directions they could have went if they had went with different ideas that they were considering for these huge characters in the High Republic series so far. But I'll also say if you are not really into the High Republic series, like you haven't read it yet, I think there's a couple reasons why you might enjoy this book still. One, if you're a fan of Star Wars art, and I have a lot of friends who are really into Star Wars and other nerdy stuff, and they love the art behind their fandoms. There is amazing artwork in here, and I'll show you a few pages. I don't want to show too many. I'm just going to turn to random pages, kind of give you a little bit of idea of what the inside of the book looks like. So it's some beautiful artwork. So if you like Star Wars art, you'll absolutely love this book. But maybe the best reason to get this book, and the thing I wasn't really expecting when I was reading this book, is how much of a journey down Star Wars history you get through this. They talk about the artists and the authors throughout this book, talk about how when they were designing characters, costumes, ships, planets, etc., that one thing they were privileged with was the chance and permission to basically use concept drawings and sketches from previous Star Wars projects that have never been used before. So there's items in the High Republic series that initially had been ideas for stuff to be used in the prequels, some of the newer movies, some of the TV shows, even some stuff going back to the original movies. So you can kind of see like, oh, this is what this iconic ship in the prequels initially was going to look like before they changed their mind. And now it's something we know and love in the High Republic series. Or this character or this outfit was something intended for so-and-so, but now it's in the High Republic series. So it's a very interesting journey down the road of Star Wars history. And it's looking at a lot of what-ifs that, looks and concepts we never would even really think of as some of the most iconic moments in Star Wars history. You can see like, oh, they could have looked drastically different, but now we're finally getting to see that artwork and those looks in the High Republic series. So if you love Star Wars history and you're kind of interested in that type of stuff, I would highly recommend this book, even if you haven't read the High Republic series. That's kind of what I wanted to plug with this book. It is, there's not a story in this book. It's looking at our real world stuff. So there's not a plot to discuss like I normally do with these book reviews. But I definitely would highly recommend The Art of Star Wars: The High Republic. Check it out. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever got any of the Art of Star Wars books before? And if so, what is your favorite? If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you have yet, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. I will see you the next time. Happy reading, and may the Force be with you.